morning, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It is Monday morning. I have just wrapped up the last episode. I actually spent like a whole 15 minutes telling you guys about how my weekend went, because this weekend was just one thing after the other. I still have to edit that video today, but in case you haven't seen it yet, you should probably catch up. So I'm gonna post that right up there. I don't even know what else to say, because like I said, I've just been talking for like a good 15 minutes straight, but pretty much starting fresh right now. It is Monday. The house is a mess. We have in-person therapy soon, but we also have 2 teletherapy or telemeetings before then. So I'm gonna be feeling pretty rushed, pretty crunched for time today. But even though the house is a mess right now, I do feel confident that it's all gonna work out and that it's all gonna be fine when it needs to be. So that being the case, though, I really don't have too much time to chat with you guys right now, especially, like I said, I've just spent like a long time talking, so I don't know what else there is to say. My throat's already kind of hurting, so I'm gonna make breakfast, I'm gonna get everybody in the house fed, I'm gonna start the tidying process, and then before I know it, it'll be time for my first therapy / meeting. There goes my phone reminding me that there's things I have to do. So sorry to be so quick about this intro this time, but for right now, happy Monday. Hey friends, it's Tuesday morning. I am so zapped, like I am so tired. I usually sleep with an eye mask, like something covering my eyes, and it's more of a sensory thing at this point than anything, because my room's already like pitch black dark. But I'm used to having that sensation of something on my face, and a couple nights ago, somehow my mask got misplaced. So, night before last, I slept without it, and it was uncomfortable. It was strange. Just, again, because I'm used to sleeping a certain way. I'm used to my face feeling a certain way while I sleep, and I wasn't feeling like that. So last night, I dug around, and I found a backup one that I had that's a completely different style, but supposedly served the same function. It was way too tight, to the point that I woke up at around 6 because I had to go to the bathroom, and when I took the mask off, I literally couldn't see. Like, my eyes had been squished into my head for so long that my vision was completely blurry, and I was actually worried I might have hurt myself. Like, I might have actually damaged my eyes, because I was wearing the mask for a good like 6 hours at that point. So I spent the rest of the night without any mask at all, and when I woke up, my eyesight was better. I still feel a little bit blurry on this side, but again, that was uncomfortable because I'm not used to sleeping with no mask at all either. I have one coming in today from Amazon. I couldn't find the exact one that I'm used to, that I have or did have, but this one that's coming in today should be pretty close. So I'm hoping I'm able to make it work, because this has been rough. First world problems. Anyway, today my husband and my dad are out fishing. They decided on a last minute impromptu trip since they didn't get to go out this last weekend. So they're out fishing today. And in the meantime, Kiddo and I have a full day ahead of us, because we've got 2 teletherapies and then an in-person therapy today. Kiddo, I think, is trying to, first off, afoot. He's trying to get me to stop talking because he wants to watch this video. But also, I think he's dropping hints, and I think he's aware that his birthday's coming up, because we have been watching Disney ride videos, Disney ride reviews, Disney ride like ranking videos, the most thrilling, the most fun, etc. videos all morning long. Like, all he wants to do all day today is watch Disney ride videos, and I don't know if you can hear his iPad also going in the background, but he's watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse while we're watching Disney ride videos. So definitely I think hints are being dropped. We'll see. His birthday is coming up, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah. If we're focusing on just today I am tired. But I don't really have the opportunity to be tired because there's a lot going on. Gotta get the house ready for in-person therapy. Gotta participate in not in-person therapies. It's a lot. But yeah, at least I'm gonna be entertained waiting for hubby to get back home from his fishing trip. So that's what's going on for today. For now, see you real soon, and happy Tuesday. A little bit of an update. It's Tuesday afternoon, and it's the hour between our last teletherapy and our in-person therapy. But while we were in our last therapy, my sister sent me a text and let me know that her husband just tested positive for COVID. We were hanging out with him all day Sunday. So thank you, kiddos moving the table. So now I am nervous, very extremely nervous. Kicking myself because I know better. I know better, and I've let my guard down the last couple of months, especially in the last week. I personally know 2 different people that have COVID in town. One of them is an old friend from middle school that lives a good 20 miles away from me. And the other one is my cousin who lives closer, but in the opposite side of town, basically, from this other guy. I live in between the 2 of them. And she has COVID more recently, and my sister hangs out with her all the time. It so happened that luckily my sister hadn't hung out with her in a couple weeks, so I wasn't concerned about my sister having caught COVID from her, and that's why I said, okay, well then let's hang out this weekend. My sister says that the only places either of them have been are the hospital for her surgery on Thursday, and then the zoo when they were with us on Sunday. But it's only Tuesday today, and her husband tested this morning because he was showing symptoms. So I'm thinking if he picked it up at the zoo, it's way too fast to be showing symptoms already. It's very likely that he picked it up at the hospital or wherever he was waiting for her while she was in surgery. The good news is, and what's giving me a little bit of hope, is that he is positive and he's showing symptoms, but according to her, they've all tested everybody in the house, and everybody else in the house is negative and still feeling fine. So that does give me some hope. However, we are an immunocompromised household. It's a lot easier for us to get sick. So that's my worry, is that just because they, who live in close quarters with him, etc., have managed to get out of it unscathed so far, does not necessarily mean that we're in the clear. And so that's really scary. So I've gone ahead and ordered a bunch of COVID tests just to have some on hand, because I only have one on hand right now. And I went ahead and I canceled in-person therapy just in case. I let him know, listen, we've had a recent exposure, and so far we're fine, but I don't know if we are fine or if it's just that we feel fine for now. So it's up to you if you want to come, but I wouldn't if I were you. So I wouldn't blame you either way. And he said, yeah, just in case, let's not today. Let's wait until Friday, and if there's symptoms on Friday, then obviously we know what's what, and if not, then we'll talk about it on Friday. Which makes sense, because assuming that my brother-in-law picked it up at the hospital, that would have been on Thursday, and he started to show symptoms today, which was 5 days later, right? Thursday to Friday to Saturday to Sunday to Monday to Tuesday. So that's 5. So on the 6th day, I guess, because we're not counting Thursday there. So if we saw him Sunday, then that would be to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday to Friday. So 5 days later would be Friday. So if we're going to show symptoms, and please, for the love of everything holy, no. But if we were to be sick, I'm sure by Friday we will know. And either way, I'll test. I'll test all of us just to be certain. But it seems prudent to put off anything in person until then. So that's going to be the plan. But man, I did not need this right now. I did not need the stress of this right now. Obviously, I'm worried about my sister who just had surgery. I'm worried about her kids, but also I'm worried about us. Just sucks. It's really, really unfortunate timing. It's really, really unfortunate in general, and it just sucks. I'm not trying to make this about me at all. But since I'm the one speaking now, I will say that I really did not need this right now. I really don't. Hello, my friends. It's Wednesday morning. I cried a lot last night because I'm very, very worried about this COVID exposure situation that we find ourselves in. And this morning, my sister let me know that now she's testing positive. So obviously I Googled because I am my own worst enemy sometimes. And it turns out that when we saw them on Sunday was like peak contagious time. Apparently 2 to 3 days after you are exposed. And also 1 to 2 days before you start showing symptoms. That's the moment when you are at your most contagious to the people around you. And that is exactly precisely when we hung out with my sister and my brother-in-law. So I am petrified right now that we're all gonna get sick and there's nothing I can do about it except just sit and wait. Sitting and waiting is my least favorite thing on earth. I like to be proactive about things. I like to say, okay, well, I can't accept that. So what can we do instead? Or what can we do to mitigate? And in this case, there's really nothing to do but just sit and wait. So I've upped our zinc because that's the only thing I can think to do. We already eat healthy. We already hydrate. We already take vitamins. So all we can do is wait until Friday. Friday is the first day that I can either expect to feel symptoms or expect to test positive. Even if I test negative on Friday, that doesn't necessarily mean we're in the clear. But it's only Wednesday now, and so I feel like a ticking time bomb. And it's just really, really, really stressful. It's extremely stressful, and I feel like it's taking up my every waking moment. Today in particular, we have the day off. So I'm trying my best to just keep myself entertained. I just recorded a video. I'm thinking I might record a recipe in a little bit. Not really feeling up to recording is the thing. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to keep myself entertained / distracted. But the things that I have to do or could do to do that, I don't feel like doing those things either. So it's just, it's hard. And then every time I clear my throat or anytime I feel anything, I'm like, oh, that's it, it's got me. But maybe I just had to clear my throat. So I am actually just driving myself a little bit freaking crazy right now. It is what it is. Like I said, there's nothing I can do about any of this except just wait and see what happens. So I don't know what else I'll do today. Just trying to basically get through the days and hope for the best. So if you're watching this, thoughts, prayers, good vibes, etc., that we're all managed to get through this unscathed, and that somehow everybody in my household got lucky and did not catch anything, even though we spent several hours indoors in close quarters with people that were at their most highly contagious at that precise moment. Trying really hard to not just despair, but the situation feels so inevitable and so hopeless that it's really, really hard. Hello friends, here I am in my very, very orange lighting. It's Wednesday evening and I was about to jump in the shower and then I remembered I have a vlog. I should probably wrap it up. So yeah, I spent the day just doing the stuff that I was supposed to do and just getting through the day. I did do a COVID test at some point today, which is absolutely pointless and meaningless and a waste of a test because I'm only 3 days out from my known exposure. And at this moment, I should not be testing positive, even if I do have COVID. However, 3 days after your known exposure, and also 1 to 2 days before you start to show symptoms, so day 3, is when you're at your most contagious. So the only reason I would even know to take precautions right now is because I know that my brother-in-law and my sister are sick. So I know that I've had a known exposure, and therefore I know that right now I'm at my most contagious, assuming I have it, which hopefully, please, all that is holy, please tell me that I don't. But that's what's so scary about this infection, is that I could be just blissfully going about my day today doing regular things. I might have had my son's therapist come over yesterday like we usually do, etc., and none of us would be any of the wiser, or I know that's not how you actually say that phrase, but you know what I mean, hopefully. That actually I've gone and been infecting him, and he's gone and infected who knows how many other children with disabilities and their families, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, when you're watching this, it'll be Friday, and I will hopefully have tested again and still be symptom free and still be testing negative, and my son as well, and my husband as well, and my parents, etc. I've been clearing my throat a ton today, and like even a little cough here or there, but I'm hoping that it's just me imagining things and not that anything's actually wrong. But what can I do except wait, right? And we've already talked about that at length. So speaking of waiting, keeping myself entertained and so on, we're still watching Hell on Wheels, and I am going to give you guys an example now of why you should wait until somebody has finished a show before they recommend a show to you. Why do I say that? We have, I think, 2 episodes left in season 4, and then all of season 5, and then that's it. Then the show's over. So far, we've watched 3 dozen episodes, and they've been fantastic. But something happened in this latest episode that made me so upset, and I cried so much during this episode. I have a feeling of what's going to happen in the next episode, and as such, I refused to watch the show today. This is the first day in the weeks since we started the show that we did not watch an episode, because I know that what comes next is going to upset me, and I do not feel like being upset today. I have enough going on right now without having a television show wreck my day. So I almost don't want to finish the show because I don't want to be right about what happens next. And all that to say, it's an incredible show, but I don't know if I can bring myself to finish it. Like, it's that impactful. So that's what's going on there. I don't really have a whole lot else to say, so I think I'm just gonna wrap it up, I guess. I hope you all are doing well. As I mentioned earlier, I appreciate any well wishes, etc. Good vibes, in hopes that we all manage to get through this unchanged and that we actually are all still, by some miracle, negative come Friday, Saturday, and beyond. But I'm really, really, really scared. I'm really, really scared that we might not be that lucky. So again, I welcome all your well wishes, and let me know if you have any fun plans for the weekend, but also maybe mask up. Just saying, maybe be a little more discerning about what you're doing. It's never too late to start taking precautions again. I've let my guard down just a bit with just a few select people, and here I am. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed at least some parts of the video, and if you did, I hope you'll please give it a thumbs up. I'd also love it if you'd subscribe, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, and click the notification bell, because I post at least 3 times a week, and I wouldn't want you to miss a minute. So thanks so much again for watching.